Good morning to y'all. This is Ben Wong, clinical counselor from Vancouver. The World Health Organization, as you might have heard, they've included gaming disorder in their most recent revision of the ICD, the International Classification of Diseases, version 11. They've been announcing since earlier this year, earlier in 2018, that they were going to, in the revision that they were going to roll out, which they did just a few weeks ago in July, early July, that they were going to include gaming disorder as a diagnosable condition. Now, one of the controversies that this move had long since generated was the whether it would add to the stigma, whether it would be another contributing factor to the stigmatization about mental health or addictive disorders. So the danger of now having a diagnosis, a label, would that create a situation in which people would just go around in the community when they see people on games, when they see people on their tablets, on their iPhones, not seemingly able to put them down, would people just go around and start calling or labeling or just interpreting people as addicts? Now, clearly that's not their intention. And in subsequent videos, I'm going to go through some of the criteria that they've put out in order to evaluate whether someone has or is at risk of developing the disorder. But a very straightforward and an easy to remember way of knowing whether someone is struggling with the condition. I get asked this question all the time. The question of how exactly do I know if someone is just gaming or having fun or is under control of the games compared to someone who's clearly struggling with video games as problems. I'll give you the simple way that we use all the time. It consists of three words all beginning with the letter C. Okay, the first is the issue of control. Am I in control of my gaming console, or is the gaming console in control of me? So if I'm in control of my games, if I'm in control of the way I play games, the amount of time I spend, the intensity of games that I select, so forth and so forth, then and not vice versa, then by definition, I should be okay. But if it's the other way around, then I'm not in control. I've lost control. I've succumbed to sort of where the games lead me, and so that's the first issue. The second C word is the word compulsion. Compulsion is the issue that refers to, for example, in my conversation with you right now, am I thinking about that Facebook picture that I uploaded to the internet 3, 4, 5, 10 hours ago? And if in the back of my head, while talking to you, I'm wondering whether it's accumulating likes and views or generating buzz the way I'd like it to, then I'm not really here talking to you. My mind, my spirit is somewhere else. That's the issue of compulsion, and compulsion is applicable to all other issues, all the other on-screen digital activities that one can decide to conduct. The third word is the word consequences. If my gaming behavior has already generated enough negative consequences in my life, affecting different facets of my life, different facets of functioning, and despite those negative consequences, I continue to maintain the same pattern, intensity, spending roughly or even more amount of time, then I've got a problem. And when all these three C's seem to have lit up in my life, then there is legitimacy to look at my video gaming behavior through the lens of addiction, through the lens of problem video gaming. That's how we start a conversation. That's always a good point to sort of evaluate exactly, am I using video games the way I like it to? Is there a purpose to it? Am I being purposeful and mindful of this activity in my life, or have I lost track, or have I even not begun to conduct the behavior without much of a purpose in a way that it doesn't really contribute to life as I would like to see? Hope this has been helpful. You've been watching the Mindful Digitality Webcast. I am Ben Wong, clinical counselor from Vancouver. Until the next video, bye for now.